Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Not Fancy League. As always, I'm Rob,
And I'm Tyler.
and we are coming at you with a champion crowned. Congratulations to Nathan Bischoff.
Snuck into the playoffs and then beating his brother in the championship. A nice feeling probably for him.
Yeah, and he absolutely dominated. So we'll go ahead and throw this up right now, just so you can see how this final game turned out. It wasn't close, I don't think, ever. He full-on ran away with his championship game. Just impressive.
Yeah, from every single player had seemed over-delivered or met their expectations for projections.
Yeah.
Can't really say same for Rock Springs football clubs, but I think we should just get right into the MVPs of the week.
Yeah, go ahead.
I had a man that's been probably MVP many of the weeks, Justin Jefferson, dropping 31 points. Just absolute dominant performance.
Yeah, he was awesome. I think he's got a shot at fantasy MVP when we do our actual award show. He was incredible. A reason why Nathan got to this point, and then the reason why I think he actually won the game. My MVP of the week, I'm going to go with George Kittle. He's been on an absolute tear recently with Brock Purdy. Keeps scoring touchdowns, keeps getting these really long run-after-catch touchdowns, which is what prime George Kittle does. So he's been looking awesome. And another big reason why Nathan's a champ.
Definitely. And from the highs to the lows, with Owls of the week, there's one obvious one with Zay Jones dropping a stinker with 2.1 points. Just not a good game today.
Yeah, no, not good at all. We were talking a little bit about the Jaguars with Nathan and Theo before the game last week, and Theo was very high on his Jaguars, and they really didn't perform that well this week. My L of the week is not a Jaguar, even though we had a couple more on there. I'm going to go with Tom Brady. Theo kind of punted the idea of having a long-term quarterback. Tom Brady's not really been great this year. He drops 11 points. And both of the quarterbacks on Field of Dreams did much better than that. 11 points, Tom Brady. Just sad. Just a sad guy.
Yeah, not a good performance. Not a good year for him. Just a sad performance.
Yeah.
But again, congrats to Nathan. Hell of a year.
For sure. All right, so we're going to touch pretty quickly on these other games. Pretty much we have a draft order now. So starting out here, the Danger Witch is a pretty bad team. I don't got a lot of more takeaways than that. You did outtake me.
I did outtank you. I double-checked. All my teams were projected over 5 points this week.
Yes.
Had me worried. But yeah, dropping 69 points, nice, to year 114.
Yep. All right, so Tyler gets the first pick. I have the second pick. Moving on, we have I Am Sad versus Team Blaz. And I Am Sad said, he doesn't want any of those picks. He just wants that third overall pick. I have him at either 3, 2, 4. We're going to do some research on picks lost so far. He's got 3 for sure. The fourth one's in contention. He does lose.
He lost 2 picks this week with one just not playing player and the other just projected 4 points.
Mm-hmm.
But he gets the win, so a higher first round pick.
Yeah,
so.
And as well with Team Blasi, they lost a bunch of picks too. They started Jalen Hurts. They started someone else who had like 2 points. I think.
Yeah, Sky Moore.
Yeah, so he also lost a couple of picks. So people losing picks left and right as this tank off was going down. We got I Am Sad in the 3rd spot and Team Blasi in the 4th spot.
Head over to the Team Squigs versus Standards game for the 6th spot.
5th and 6th.
6th overall
yeah,
pick.
5th
yeah.
and 6th.
And Team Squigs gets the better pick by losing to the Standard. You want to go over this game?
Yeah, Team Squigs' team stinks. He again keeps trying to score points and has gone under 100 points the last 2 weeks. His team isn't very good, so he needs those draft picks. He's sitting on all 7 of them, so he's going to probably use those wisely.
Yeah, everyone kept their picks in this game, so that's 1 plus. Not really much to talk about here.
Yeah. No, not really. So moving on to our 3rd place game, we got Team Arias versus Where's DeMarco Murray, and this one had pick implications for Tyler because he does own Team Arias' first-round pick. However, Team Arias had a really, really good week. Second most points scored this week, 177. I believe 2 points behind our champion, Nathan, who had 179. And Where's DeMarco Murray just kind of looked flat. He said he was going to win out, and then he lost the last 2 games of the year. He's sitting there with the 8th pick.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like either team really was trying to tank.
Yeah.
But I mean, getting negative points from your defense and then 3.5 from Devontae and your number one pick again, underperforming with 5.5
Yeah.
with Justin Herbert. Not great, but, now he gets a better pick for it, so there's
There you
that.
go. That's always next year. So,
Yep.
and then, so then the very last game there was our championship. We got Rock Springs Football Club in the 11th place. That's going to be my pick. And Fields of Dreams there with the 12th pick sitting in between. There is our official draft order, official recap of every single game that's happened all year. Shout out us.
Except 1 week.
Except for 1 week, that's true. Well, we talked about those games, technically, I think.
Maybe, okay.
Whatever.
Yep.
There was a couple of games in there that we missed, actually, so never mind. But we got most of them. So let's wrap up our egg bet here, Tyler. What's our final scores, our final standing for the egg bet?
Yeah, I won 3 games. You won 2. So I retain throwing more eggs at you, and I actually get another egg to toss at you.
Yes.
I wasn't exactly sure, but then you double confirmed that some games that we got, I was 3-2 and you were 2-3.
Yeah.
That brings me to 6 eggs, and my record 44-16 to your 38-22. So overall, a pretty good season for both of us.
I would say pretty good. I ended up 6 away. If I could go back and change 6 of those picks, I got a couple in my mind where I think I was just messing around. There was a period of time where I was anti-Arias, and you kept picking Team Arias because he kept winning. And then I was also a period of time where I was anti-Team Trich, I Am Sad, all those different names he had. And he was winning, and I was boycotting him. So maybe if I don't boycott people next year, I might be able to win.
Maybe boycott like Team Blasi next season or something, like a team that's
maybe
with. There will be a video coming out of Robert being yoked.
Yes.
Stay tuned for that.
Yeah. So just because we're talking about it, we're going to touch on a couple of other videos that we got coming up in the future. So we have the egg video obviously coming up next week. Really, really big week. We have our award show. There we go. I forgot how to say that for a sec. We got our award show coming up next week. We're going to try to give everybody an award and give out a lot of player awards. It's going to be fun. That might be a little bit of a longer video, but it's going to be one that's worth to tune in on. And then this is the point of the video, too, that I wanted to touch on this. So it's been rumbled around. I don't know how official any of it is, but the league is officially making the switch to Sleeper, the platform of Sleeper. We're going from ESPN to Sleeper next year. So we'll put out a video about that, about what's going on, what your team's going to look like, how all the rules are going to switch over. But the biggest thing right now I want to touch on is rules for the offseason. So as of right now, trades are back open. You can trade anybody, make a trade with anybody. You can trade at this exact moment right now. You're seeing this video. Number 2 is rosters will lock because we're switching over from ESPN to Sleeper after Week 18. So after Week 18, whoever is on your roster will be on the first roster on Sleeper. And then your official 10 keepers lock in 24 hours before the draft, so that won't be till September. So there'll be a long period of time in there when you just have players on Sleeper and you can make trades. That makes sense for everybody.
Yeah, no, it's be exciting. I already thought of some off-season trades I might be implementing.
Yes.
Tried one with you because I wanted 2 first overall, 1 and 2 overall. Wasn't buying it. But yeah, it's funny because we both have 1 and 2, and we both have the same 2 guys we want. So
yeah, it's
it'll be
true.
interesting.
Yeah. That was why I wanted just that 2 pick, is because I'm kind of cool with either of those guys.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see how the draft turns out too.
An all-season rule I thought of was maybe only can change your name once in the season.
All right. I think that might be incorporated next year.
Yeah, I think it's only aimed at one person, but yeah.
Yeah, there was a mystery team that changed their name a bunch of times. I don't know if you can figure out which one it was. We're trying to do an interview with Nathan. I don't know if we got him on or not at this point in time. So maybe there's an interview after this, maybe there's not. You'll know based off the time that's remaining in this video. Anything else, Tyler, as we wrap up our last league recap of the season?
No, just thanks for a good year of fantasy football. It was a fun one.
It was fun. Congratulations to Nathan. We'll talk if we talk to him about the banner thing. We'll talk about the banner thing. But we might be getting a banner. But yeah, other than that, this is in the Not Fantasy League. As always, Best Roast gets $5. Thank you.
All right. See you guys later.